Hello everyone, welcome to the event. So first things first, before we start, if you don't have a Zero subscription, Dhanraj will send a form on the chat. Just go and fill that. We will send you coupons for the Azure subscription. Two things to mention. This is only for students and only for the students who don't have a Zero subscription previously. So Dhanraj just send them the forms link on the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah. Just a minute.
Just go and fill the form. We will send you the coupons in few minutes. Yeah. So So let's start the event. Welcome to the event. Dhanraj, I'm back.
Yes, yes. I think
Yeah,
you are.
sorry for
Yeah,
the issue. So yeah, thanks for submitting the form. Dhanraj, did you complete your introduction?
yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. First of all, very good morning to all of you. And my name is Dhanraj Sawan, and I'm currently pursuing my final year in computer science from KIT College of Engineering, Kolhapur, India. And uh, I'm beta MLSA, and I'm into app developer. And recently, I won the WWDC 21 competition. Yeah, that's all. For
So hi, I'm Ritik Roy, and I'm also a Beta Microsoft Student Ambassador. I lead content at P3R. It's a software consultancy firm at Germany, and I'm also a portal advocate. So it's a container management GUI, which is based in New Zealand. So what will we talk about today? So we will talk about what is cloud computing, and then we will go over to the future of cloud computing, how it is growing and all those things. Then we will talk about the service models and also the real-time applications of cloud. Nextly, we will have a hands-on, and you must submit the forms to the vouchers for that. And we will create a virtual machine, a Linux virtual machine on Azure, and then connect that using SSH to VS Code. Lastly, we will have a Q&A session. So we will answer your questions, and we will have certification forms so that you can get your certificates also. So yeah, Dhanraj.
yeah, yeah. Let me share.
You share the content.
Just a minute. Okay. So is my screen visible?
Yeah, yeah.
So first of all, I would like to remind you two things for the new members. Okay, so we will have something exciting for you. We will give you the Azure student subscription, and I have dropped the link in the chat section. Okay, so don't forget to fill out. So it is only for the students, and uh, in the last we will drop you the feedback link. Okay, so don't forget to fill it because we are sending certificates over that. Okay, so coming to the next, so basically here are the stats of cloud computing. This is, as you can see that this is how cloud computing is booming nowadays, and uh, this is the source from Gartner and July 2020, and they are about predicted the 2022. And if you see the numbers, they are continuously growing and increasing. So this is how the cloud computing is booming. Okay, so for the beginners who don't know about what is cloud computing, and let me just introduce to this quickly. Okay, so cloud computing is basically delivery of computing services over the internet for the faster innovation, flexible resources, and economic soft scale. So here are the three major advantages of cloud computing: faster innovation, flexible resources, economic soft scale. Because we can integrate with artificial intelligence, data analytics, and there are flexible resources that you can expand, you can uh, increase your resources very easily, and economic soft scale. And uh, cloud computing uh, provides the geo distribution all around the world. Okay, so cloud computing works on pay as you go model. So you have to just pay as you use these resources. Okay, so uh, it is better than having a room for your servers and maintaining 24 by 7 in the AC. Okay, so you just buying these services on the lease. That's very convenient. Okay, so here are the cloud service models. Okay, so first one is infrastructure as service, second one is platform as service, and third one is software as a service. So as you can see that here is one image, and here they have created the sections in infrastructure as service. So basically, what is infrastructure as service? They provide you to create your virtual data centers and various features like hardware and networking. And in the platform and the service, they will give you the platform for deploying, testing, and publishing your applications. And for the software as a service, it is for end users. Okay, so it's like applications like Microsoft To Do. Okay, so let me just explain this three service models in details. So in the infrastructure as service, as you can see that they provide the server storage, networking, virtualizations, and you can just customize your data storage, runtime, middleware, OS, and application. In the platform as service, uh, they provide you this runtime, middleware, OS, virtualization, server, storage, networking, and uh, give you the platform to host and test your applications. Okay, so uh, in the software as service, they will give you the applications, so you can directly just use them. Okay, so I will just give you the quick examples in the infrastructure as service. For example, Azure. Azure gives you to create the virtual machines and create the virtual data centers. Okay, in for the platform as service, let's take an example of Streamlit. Streamlit gives you the platform to host apps. Okay, Python apps. Okay, and in the software as service, you can just imagine any cloud applications like Microsoft To Do. Okay, so for the beginners who don't know about VM, so VM is basically just like computer servers. We can just create the CPU, RAM, and customize it. Okay, so let's go to the next. So here is one fun activity for you all. Okay, so in the previous slide, I have mentioned. Just a minute. Okay, so in the previous slide, I have mentioned the cloud models. Okay, so in this slide you have to identify these cloud models. Okay, so just 1 minute, let me just open the chat. Okay, so first one is DigitalOcean. So drop your answer in the chat box. Hello. Yeah, first answer is platform as service. Okay. Hey guys, please answer be active. Okay, one another answer, infrastructure as service. Okay, IaaS. Okay, infrastructure as service. Okay, okay. So some of students have answered that infrastructure as service. One is platform of the service. Okay, so the DigitalOcean is infrastructure as service. It will provide you to create the virtual machines. It is like Azure. Okay, so let's go to next. So here is the Heroku. So how many of you know the Heroku? Okay, so Heroku is just like a platform to create or test or deploy applications. So you can just identify the service model of this platform. Yeah, hosting platform, right? Yeah, platform as service. Yeah, that's correct. So Heroku is platform as service. So it is basically like the Streamlit part. So it will give you the platform to deploy your apps. Like you can deploy the Python apps on it. And let's go to the last one. Here is one cloud application, that is Dropbox. So it is cloud storage application. Okay, so you can simply uh, yeah, it is a software as service. Yeah, that's good. Many participants had answered the correct. Okay, the thumbs all for all of you. Okay, so that's all from my side. Ritik.
So, as we gone on the infrastructure as a service, and today we will talk about how to deploy a virtual machine, and we will use Linux. So, why Linux? So if you want to try something out, like a Linux program or some DevOps tools like Docker Kubernetes, Linux is the best way to go because all of the tools were developed for Linux at first. And even if you install Docker on Windows, it will use WSL2 in its underlying infrastructure. So WSL2 is a Windows subsystem for Linux. So if you get a native environment to play with Linux, then it's a quite a good thing you can learn. And why do you need to learn Linux? The best thing is because there is a lot of job requirements which needs you to have Linux experience. So yeah, Linux is growing and a lot of servers, like 95% of the servers use Linux right now, and Windows server is not so popular because Linux is quite agile and you can have a lot of control over that. So we will go and deploy a Linux virtual machine today. So enough talk, show me a demo, hands on, time to get the business. Let's go ahead. So Dhanraj, just go and send them the coupons. We can wait for 5 minutes. And if you have any questions till now, just throw away the questions to me.
Yeah. I have dropped the link again in the chat box. So the new joining students, you can just fill out this form. Okay, and this form coupon is only for the students. Okay. Yeah, we will wait for the 5 minutes, and I will send them link. Okay.
So if you have any questions, just throw away the questions right now. We are open for questions. And if you have the Azure subscription, just don't forget to have those things installed. We would need these for the hands-on demo. We need the Visual Studio Code. We need Putty for the key conversion. We need these two extensions for remote file configuration and connection. And the instructions to redeem the voucher would be here. Just fill in the form, and if you are in what is DevOps. So DevOps is a philosophy in which you combine developer and operations together to be more efficient. Like we use few of the pyramids like CI/CD to deploy software quite faster and efficiently. So I've written a blog about that. You can read more about here. So are you having any problems in joining the Azure portal? Anyone? Yeah, Shivam, you can fill the form. Okay, just wait for a few seconds. It would be go through. Advir, did you fill the form? And Kribabu, do you have a Azure subscription? The coupons will go through. Just wait few seconds.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
just
you
closing the
can.
form.
Yeah. Uh, uh, yeah. Okay, fine. Rafat, you can use the $5. It's quite a lot for this quick tutorial. We will start the tutorial in a couple of minutes because you can just follow that. Yeah, sure. We are a bit delayed on the thing, so you can just follow around. And if you don't have a Geo subscription, you just follow around. Then we will mail the coupon after the event so that you can just go and do the hands-on with the live recording. So let's start the hands-on.
Do we get the recording of this session?
Yeah, we will mail that to you if you have filled the form.
Yeah, I have filled the form, but I have not received a coupon yet.
Yeah, because you just joined in a bit late, right? So we already sent the mails. Like the
Yeah,
yes,
I'm just sending the email. Okay.
yeah, Shubham.
Yeah, hi Ritik, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Ritik, one question. So, actually, I joined late. I was having some audio issue. So, I could see there are two form. One is where it's pointing towards whether we are student or not, and another form and another link which was being given by you, where it's pointing towards creating try Azure for students free today. Is that the form which you want us to fill?
Okay, so the first form was where you would get the coupon. The second wasn't a form, it was a GitHub page with the instructions.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the forms are closed right now because we exceeded the time limit.
Okay.
And so you can just follow around. We will send you the recordings. Then you can just go ahead when you get time. So you can
Right.
just watch right now.
Right. Ritik, I've already filled up the first form. So it
Okay, you have
says
filled the, then I guess you would get your mail in
brilliant.
couple of,
Brilliant.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
even
so much.
yes, even I have filled that first form.
Yeah, Dhanraj, just take care of this.
Yeah, I'm just sending.
No, Anirudh, because we have a number of limitations, we can't actually. Just follow around with this session and it would be good. You can just do that later on. We will go into the hands-on in a couple of minutes. So if you have into the Azure subscription, just go to portal.azure.com. And sign in with your Microsoft account in which you have the Azure subscription. And we will start the hands-on in 2 minutes. Dhanraj, did we distribute all the coupons?
Yeah, it's sending out 7 cent.
Yeah,
It will just take 2 minutes to run this
yeah.
count.
Okay, Shivam, that's great.
I have just sent out for only the students. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. And the form is only valid for students 18 to 20. Yeah, Purva, we will do that thing like on live. You just keep that thing. We will talk about that in the hands-on. So that's something you must copy paste, but that's not necessary. You don't need to understand that right now. You just need to have the extensions on your machine.
Yeah, almost sent down. Please check your
Hi,
email.
hi Gajendra. We are about to do a hands-on right now. If you have a portal dot, you could just go to portal.azure.com and sign in with your Microsoft account, and we will do the hands-on creating a Azure virtual machine and then just connecting that to Visual Studio Code. So we will wait for 1 more minutes and then we will start. Yeah, yeah, Nia, we can think about that. So just ping me on LinkedIn. We can talk about that. Where to use that is here. Yeah, use the instructions to use the coupons is here on this link. Okay, just let's go. ahead with this once. So you have to go and click for Azure for Students on this portal, and then you have to on activate now. Then you have to fill your email address, and then we have to verify academic status by using a verification code, and the verification code is the form. Shivam, did you fill the form? Okay, might be a technical glitch just fall around.
Mm. Okay, Shubham. Okay. You can just drop your email ID. I think he has received it.
You have received that. Just check your like mail or something. And we are starting the session for the portal.azure.com right now, like the hands-on. That sounds good, Dhanraj?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So just sign into your portal or azure.com. You will get a dashboard like this. And what we are here to do, we are here to create something. So just go and click on create a resource. So, and then we are about to create a virtual machine. So the virtual machine is Linux. So we will go and create a Ubuntu virtual machine, but you might not get the same here. So just go and click on compute. Compute means we are building a computer which computes things. So yeah, and then just go and click on Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. That's the server we would use. We have a lot more options as a images, like we have CentOS, Windows, and a lot more, but we are just into Ubuntu right now. So yeah, uh, and we will go into a create a virtual machine. So you already have a subscription, then so it's there, and in subscriptions we have a resource group. Think of resource group as a group which contains all your resources. Resources are like virtual machine, your hard disk, and all those things. So as you are new, you need to create a resource group. So let's create something. Ritik events, and we have created a resource group. It will contain everything about our virtual machine. So as you know, you need to give a name to the virtual machine. So let's give this any name, and you need to remember the name because it would be needed for you to sign in. So don't forget the name. Region is like there are a lot of regions where we have data centers. So just choose one region. For me, East US2 works quite good, so I will choose that. Availability option is not necessary right now because it's quite advanced. Image is the image of the operating system which you would use. Azure Spot instance are the instances which come at a cheaper rate, but they are not so reliable because they are using compute for a machine which is not used completely. Size is the specifications of your machine, and we have a lot of sizes, and depending upon the price and the features. So just go ahead with the prices real quick. So we have something starting from 273 rupees per month to 20,000, and we have more advanced machine, but let's go with something cheap. Like we can go with the 546 B1S. So yeah, just select the size. It has 1 gigabits of RAM, a disk, two data disk, and 4 GB of temporary storage. It would work for our demo. So yeah, and then we will authenticate using SSH. SSH stands for Secure Shell, and it would help us to connect using VS Code. What would be our username? Username will be required for the sign in using SSH. So let's keep username Ritik only. same as the virtual machine name, and we will require that to sign in later on. So this is the first page, and then we will go and create on the disk. So disk are extra storage space for your Linux machine. So we can create and attach a new disk. So let's create something. This is not necessary, by the way. You can't create a disk also. Just depends upon your requirements. And one more thing is like you can connect this disk to some another virtual machine when you need. Yeah. And then just go and click on review and create. So you can see the price here. It just costs less than 1 rupees or around 1 cent per hour. So yeah, and here are the specifications and all those things. And you have to just go and click on create. This is quite necessary. Don't forget to do that. Just download your key. Without the key, you can't access your machine with VS Code. Just download the private key. Just download it. Uh, I'm open for questions. If you have any questions, please ask. Like if you are having any problems till now, because the deployment takes a few minutes.
I have received the coupon, but I'm not getting where to use that coupon.
Okay.
As I signed in, and there is an option for start for free. There I clicked, then it asks for me details. Then I just pasted that coupon there, and then when I again creating that resource, then it is asking me to create a free account. So what to do?
Okay, no, you haven't. So just go on the link I sent right now. And firstly, Stanley, my country, Papua New Guinea, is not on the Azure country list to create an Azure account. You can use any country. I think that won't be an issue. Just go to this link and follow around the instructions. Just go and click on activate now and add your email ID. And then for the verification method, add the coupon code. Is that okay?
Oh, once again, where is that activation button? Yes, that one. I'm not getting that interface here.
Yeah, because you have to go and use this link. So anyone,
Why,
yeah,
why is that activate button? I'm not getting that. I'm in the same link, but I'm not getting that activate button.
I'm not sure why. You can just go and click here, and there are quite good instructions, right? Activate now.
Yes, that I'm not
Isn't
getting that activate now button. Instead, I'm getting a start free.
okay?
I am also facing the same issue.
You can just sign in, and then for the verification thing, you can use that. I think it's updated right now. I can't go through the following tutorial because I already have a Azure subscription, right? So it would just go with the start free thing, and then I think you can.
Uh, if we click on start free, we are getting a student subscription if we have a mail ID.
Yeah, use that only. You can use any subscription, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just try out this link, microsoftazurepass.com.
So anyone has any problems in creating the VM? So does anyone has any issues in creating the VM? Can you please update me? Then we can go and ahead with the tutorial. Okay. So Stanley, I don't know how to troubleshoot that right now, but we can figure that out sometime later. Just ping me on LinkedIn, okay? Yeah, Brian, that would work. That's quite comfortable. Okay, I will just watch and click my VM later. Yeah, thanks. Okay, to repeat the steps, just repeating quickly, just go on to create a resource, click on the Ubuntu 20.04 as the image, and then just create a new resource group, fill your virtual machine name, make sure it's same with the username for the key, and yeah, that's all. And just click on review and create. You don't need a disk, that's not necessary. You can just go and create this. So I think that would work. And if you haven't created till now, just wait for the demo to end and just go through the recordings. That would be helpful because we have a lot of people waiting. So as you see, we have downloaded the PEM and the resource is deployed right now. Just go and click on go to resources, and you will have an IP address. This IP address is necessary. So yeah. So firstly, we have to convert this key to PPK because PEM doesn't support in Windows. So for that, you have PuTTY, and don't go to PuTTY, go to PuTTYGen. PuTTYGen is used to generate keys. So how to do conversion? Just click on load. Load means loading a key, and you might not see the key here because it's a unsupported file format. Just then go and click on all files. After you have clicking all files, you will find the key on the top because you have downloaded this quite early, and just then click here. You will find this key has been loaded right now, and you have to convert the key. So there is an option called conversions here. So click on conversions, and you have to export the key into the new file format because that's the only format VS Code supports. So just click here, and it's not necessary, just click on yes and just give it any name. So let's give it Apple, probably anything. And this key doesn't has an extension, so don't add any extensions to that, and just click on save. It would have been saved right now. Just go and check that in your download section, and we have the key right now. So anyone is facing any issues in the conversion part? So if you're facing any issues with the conversion part, just ping me. We can just go ahead with that, or we will just go ahead. I think no one is facing any issues with the conversion part. Okay, PuTTYGen import key. Not import key, it's load key. Load key, conversions, export, export, export OpenSSH. So conversion, export using this one, yes, and add any file name. Yeah. Now we need to go to this thing. And there are quite instructions here. Like for example, I'm sending the link again. So go there and just copy this thing, config for VS Code. It's quite necessary, and make sure you have those extensions downloaded. So VS Code and create a new window. Yeah. And then we need to, you will, as you downloaded the extension, you will find something called Remote Explorer over here. Okay. So just click here, and there won't be anything here because I already have some things configured, but you need to go and click on the settings windows here, which will mention configure. Just go and click here. Just wait things to activate the extension, and then click on this path .shs./config. So you will find something here. So can you see that right now, everyone? Are you till here? Yeah, Stanley, do you have any questions? Okay. So as you are here, just paste the thing which you have copied from GitHub. So paste that and make sure this is on the new line, and make sure it's the host is have the left indentation with another things, and make sure this space is equal. So just copy paste the thing. You don't have to write the things. You won't have this thing on your PC because it's my another virtual machine. So just use this and configure the thing from GitHub, copy paste. So after you have done that, we need to edit the config. To edit the config, you should have the Azure portal with the Azure virtual machine deployed, and copy the IP at first and replace the IP with the host name. Then the name of the host is the name of your virtual machine, which is Ritik. Here you can have some another name. The user is also Ritik. So right now you can log into that thing because you haven't configured the SSH key, and we are about to configure the SSH key right now. To configure the SSH key, we need to copy the following file, the key, to another directory. So where is the directory and from where to copy the file? Remember the file which we have generated, the Apple file, the key, the new format key. Just copy this thing and then go to C, users, your username .sh, and just paste the thing. We have the key here, and just replace the name of the key to the input key to the name of the key, which is Apple for me. If you are having any issues, just tell me right now. We will go ahead and configure. Yeah, Matthew. So I think everyone is okay. We must go ahead right now. Last week. VSec. Brian, can you just tell me, like, can you just open your mic and tell me what have you facing problem?
Yeah, just in the VLC, I got the script in there, but just what information goes in which fields.
Yeah, so remember the user computer name. The computer name is the resource group, and the host and the user. the computer name. So it's the
So resource group name from there.
no, not the resource group name, the
Right.
computer name. Resource group is independent. So resource group is like a container, not the computer container, but a packet.
Yep.
So where you put your resources, so we can visualize that thing using this thing.
Okay, so computer name.
Computer name and the is the host and user. IP is that thing, and identity file is the SSH key.
Sorry, I got.
Yeah, it's okay.
Where are we?
One more thing, the computer name is the
Yes, I got the user. I got the username, or the computer name rather.
those two words be same because we have made them to be same.
Okay, host and user the same, and then so the IP goes in the host name.
Yeah.
Kritik, there is another question. What to put in the resource input box while creating the machine?
Resource input box, like the resource name. Uh, Grivo,
Here,
can you?
here
Yeah.
when I'm creating the virtual machine, it has shown the subscription as Azure for students, and below it is showing me the resource group, and there is a drop down box, and it is showing me create new something.
Yeah, create new virtual machine.
Yes, I'm creating the new virtual machine, but what
Okay,
to put in
create
the resource
create
group?
new resource group. Create new in the resource group. Just click on create new and create new resource group.
Okay. So what to put in the name box? When I click
Uh,
on the create new,
yeah,
it
put
is
anything
showing me.
name. Put your name only. It's quite good.
Okay, okay.
Ju- for lack sake of not getting confused, just put all the names as same, so it would be easy for you to configure. So, yeah. So Brian, are we good? Like, did you add all those things?
Yeah, I think I've got that. Now you put your code from Putty.
Yeah.
You put that into what users SSH.
Yeah, users your user ID, and then .sh.
Okay, I don't find that.
Yeah, we can like go to C users. Can't you find that directory right now?
C drive users.
Your username, like the user you are
Yep.
in currently, and
Yep.
then go to .sh.
Okay, I haven't got that.
Okay, that's a bit. Uh, so I think we can configure using some another paths in. So if you have that onto the download folder, then I think that's possible.
Okay.
Let's see. I haven't done that previously, but let's experiment with that thing. Copy as path, and yeah. Let's try this out.
Right.
So you have to configure the fingerprint and say yes.
So in the
Mm-hmm.
in the VSC where it says identity file,
Yeah.
what are we
Yeah.
putting in?
In what? In here.
Yeah.
In identity file. Identity file is the
Okay,
path to the
put
key
path.
you have generated.
All right, so putting the path in there.
Yeah, path with the file name, like the new format key you have generated.
Where did I have that?
So, in the download folder, Like you generated .pm to some another file using puttigen, right?
Yeah.
That file. And if you have, it says, yeah, Gribau, that works. That's quite good for the tutorial. No, I think you have a Azure subscription, so you don't have to pay, right? Because you are getting $100, like 7,500 rupees for the month to try your Azure out. So you don't need to pay.
Actually, I'm not understanding what is going on because I don't know which subscription I'm using. Maybe I'm using that free version or that coupon one. I'm not getting that because I'm not sure where I have pasted that coupon because that option is not getting as is shown in the GitHub to activate the subscription. I'm not getting that activate button anywhere. So I think that I'm with that get started for free version.
Okay, so that's okay now because get started for free. You also get $200. So
Yes,
you
I
won't have
got
a,
it $100 something.
yeah. So then that's quite okay. You can use that also. You don't need to
Okay,
pay
means
for
in
that.
size I don't have to pay that.
No, you don't have to pay because you would have $200 in credits, right?
Okay.
And did you find the file?
So just make sure I've got the path right.
Yeah. You can just generate again. Like go to puttigen and
And then we had it in
load.
Yeah.
Just go to all files, name, conversions, export, open SSH key, force new file format. Yes. Make sure the directory is the one you remember. Add some file name and click on save.
the. Now, when I put that path name in there, it's
Hmm.
appended on the end. Underline key C at the end of it. Should that be there?
Uh, what is the issue? Like, can you repeat?
Yeah, let's see if I can do this.
Okay, let's move ahead. Then we can help you with configuring that. Let's go ahead a bit. So after you have, if you are till here right now, then you can just go and click on this thing, and you will join the Linux. So using your VS Code, like we would SSH into that. Yeah, that's quite good. Oh, just remove the input. Like, is this your file name? Like this thing?
Yeah, put the
Oh,
inputs.
okay. Let me just add your file name. For example, it's in C directory, right? Then you don't have to add everything. Just go and add. Uh, See, for example, I didn't add the input key thing. Just added from C, like
Right,
the
so
direct.
that's something I don't need there. Okay,
Yeah. Gajendra has pointed that out, right?
take that out of there then. Right, so I've got that.
And just then click on this thing. What to put in name, value, driver. Nothing, Girabu. Just go and click on the create resources. Just click on create resources, Girabu. And then we can deploy by clicking on this button. Connect to host in a new window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you must set that port because you need to access that, right? So we are connecting right now. And we would have the Ubuntu terminal at our disposal. So
Okay, so
so we are right now on a Ubuntu system. So yeah, we can run some fun commands also, like update the packages.
are you in the cloud one there that you're running that, or because I don't seem to have that? I'm still on my C drive.
No, you are connecting, right? To connect, you need to go and click on this thing, like click on remote extension and just click on the name of the, like connect to a new host in a window. Like you will see the name of the host here on the extension. Then just go and click here, and you will find that.
There's something down there. Right, so mine currently hasn't got any SSH targets in there.
Attach your screenshot on the chat. You can just click on print screen and click on the chat. I guess that would work. Yeah, that works. Yeah, and is anyone facing some issues?
In public inbound port, what should I select? None or allow
22.
selected port?
Wait, allow selected port. 22 is necessary. Port number 20 to connect to SSH.
Okay, and below it is showing me that this will allow all IP addresses to access your virtual machine.
Can you repeat?
Below in block, it is showing that this will allow all IP
Yeah.
addresses
You want
to
to
access
allow.
your virtual machine.
Yeah, you can stop that using resource group net, but that's quite advanced. You will get lost. And for Abdul, you just go and click on terminal and then click on new terminal. Then you can find the thing. For example, let's do it again. You will find this thing and just then go to terminal and then click on new terminal. So you will find the terminal over here. I've just put the terminal to a lot upside, but you can do this. To check which version of you are running, just go to cat. Cat is a option on a command, and then go to release. I will copy paste this one and your distribution.
Here it is again showing me the same. You have set SSH port open to the internet.
Go and accept.
Hello, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. When I'm creating, it is showing me that you have set SSH port open to the internet.
Just go and click on create resource at bottom. Just scroll down and click on create resource.
Yeah, here it is button there to create.
Yeah, just click on that. We are on a window and this has Python and all those things pre-installed. Like in Windows, you don't have those installed, but in Ubuntu you have those. So you can do a lot of things. Like you can also download the front. Like for example, if you want to download like the HTML of Google or suppose GitHub, then you can just download that to a file using simple commands in Linux. You don't need to um, and do that thing where you need to copy paste things. So this is GitHub's homepage, download it using just one simple command. And one of the most awesome features I like about Linux is like you can create a lot of directory real quick. So suppose there is no directory right now, but to create a directory, you can just write make directory and the name of directory. And then to get into the directory, just click on CD, change directory, and you find. And suppose if you want to create a lot of directories once, then you can go and click on make directory, the name of directory, and number of directories you want to make. For example, you want to make roll number of, suppose you are making folders for the students in your school. So you can write name and the roll and number of students there are. So suppose there are 100 students in your college or school, just click on this command and you will create a lot of directories. So name, number, roll 1, 2, 3, something like that. So we have 100 here. Now 100 folders in a really quick in one command. And if you want to delete everything, it's quite easy. Just click on remove -rf and just click on the name of the parent directory. Just delete it. There are no folders. So do you have any questions? We will then go and delete the resource group. Then I'll just go and send them the feedback form. Okay. And to delete the thing, you shouldn't delete the virtual machine user, just go and delete the resource group, because if you delete the virtual machine, you will miss a lot of things to be deleted, like those all things. So just click on delete the resource group and then go to Ritik, the name of the resource group, and on delete, it will just get deleted
Where
in
is
a couple of
he
minutes.
getting the recording?
Yeah, it would be recorded. We will send you. So the resource group is deleted. So you can't access that thing anymore. And you would be only charged for the amount of time you were using the resource. So just fill the feedback form. We will give you the certificates, and also some giveaways are there. So we'll send that to you even. While you are here, just don't forget to. Girbabu will send you the recording. Thank you, Stanley. Just don't forget to start this repository so that you can follow with our more events. Yeah, Dhanraj has sent you the feedback form.
Yeah, you will send the certificates and other resources like recording. Okay.
Yeah,
So
we'll
don't
send that
forget
over
to
there.
fill.
Daman,
And
any questions, Daman?
Email?
Yeah, the QR code, right? Let me just.
Sorry, are we getting in an email?
Yeah, you will get an email with the recordings and the certificates by today.
Sweet. Thank you.
So there you go, the QR code. Yeah, we will send the PowerPoints also. And if you have any questions right here, you can ask. We are here to answer questions. Welcome, Shubham. Yeah, we would send the details. Like we are doing a Code Cloud giveaway. It's a Linux sysadmin course. So they have a thing with us. So we will give away coupons for a 3-month subscription. So that's on the email thing. Just fill the feedback form. We'll talk to you about that on the email ID. Isn't the feedback link working? It's working for me. Just let me send you again. Welcome. Shudit, can you just check this? Thank you, Vidhi.
Mm, feedback link is not working. No, it's working. Okay, you can just scan the QR code. It will just redirect you.
Thank you, everyone. You can leave. If you have any questions, you can just be there and ask us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, how can we connect to you? Means
Yeah,
after the recording, if we try doing it, then if we face any issues, so to whom we should ask from you both.
text me. I will.
You can
I'm.
contact us on LinkedIn.
Yeah, let me send you my details. Yeah, just don't forget to add me on GitHub, LinkedIn, Twitter, anywhere you want to. So those are my.
Okay, okay, I will ask there only.
Yeah, Ashad, that sounds good. Just Ashad, ping me about that on LinkedIn once. Thanks, Stanley.